Assalamu alaikum and welcome from Gulberg Gym. In fact, TMC Cricket Ground on this Saturday morning, bright sunny day, and we are in the final of this 84th Challengers Corporate Cup, powered by Kalo Cricket. Numbers are taking on TopLinks in this all-important final, and it's TopLink who have won the toss, and they have decided to ball first. We already saw the first wicket going down. Arsal Ali, meanwhile, is at the crease. And Asad Haq has so far bowled a very good first over. He got hit for a boundary of the very first delivery, but he came back strongly and got that wicket of Faizan Azam. Nicely struck, gets it in the gap. That's going to go all the way for four, exactly where Faizan hit the boundary of the very first ball of the innings. And Arsal Ali opening his account with a boundary as well. So the over started and ended with a boundary. Numbers are 8 for 1 after the first over. This is the 84th edition of the Challengers Corporate Cup, which is usually played during the daytime, and the numbers who have been really consistent team in the Challengers format. They have once again qualified for the finals, and today they have been asked to bat first. Now we have seen them scoring some big runs while batting first. Slightly short, pulls it away towards the leg side, gets it in the gap. Square leg is in place, but it won't go all the way. Chauhan will pick up yet another single. And with that, Arsal Ali will be back on strike. Now, he's a kind of a player who likes to get off to a flying start early on in his innings. We have seen that in the past. He has scored tons of runs in this TMC cricket ground, and he loves the occasion. I mean, aside qualifying for the final, Arsal Ali with a beautiful blade in his hands. He loves playing a longer inning. He has done that in the past too. He opened his account with the boundary of the last ball of the previous over. So the platform is set. The conditions are ideal. It's a bright sunny day. Very good batting track. Lush green outfield. Slightly short. Gets it on the offside. Gets it in the gap. But there is a fielder at deep point. And I think that's a good fielder to have someone against Arsal Ali, because he's pretty strong on the leg side, especially when he looks to just flick that ball on his wrist and plays it up in the air towards deep square leg region. He tends to struggle a bit when the ball is full and the ball is slightly wider on that fourth stump and the fifth stump channel. So it's going to be a good line of attack to someone like Arsal Ali. They have already lost an opening wicket. Faizan, who was dismissed in the opening over. Nice bouncer. Chauhan was looking to pull that away just like the way he did in the very first ball of this over. But this time the ball just bouncing a little more than his expectations and going in the hands of the gloves. Now, these are the first 6 overs, so you can just expect 2 fielders to stand outside a 30-yard circle. They have taken a fielder at deep point and a fielder at deep square leg, so no fielder standing behind the bowler's arm. Slightly shorter, but this time the ball just moved further away. Outstretched hands from the on-field umpire signaled that as a wide, so another extra run conceded by TopLink. Slight cover of grass on this track, so you can expect some bounce to slower delivery. Gets it away in the leg side, gets it in the gap as well. And that might go all the way for 6. In fact, it did. Slower delivery. Chauhan picked it up really early, clearing his front leg, hitting it with full authority and getting it over mid-wicket region for the first maximum of this all-important final. So we already know which way the pitch is going to behave. So far, the ball is coming onto the back really nicely. Chauhan hitting the first maximum of the innings. Harsal Ali looking good as well. Shot again, pulls it away towards the leg side. Deep square leg is in place, and he does a really good job. Now he's pretty tall, so even if you're expecting to bounce him out, you need to make sure that you get his over his shoulder height. Otherwise, he's easily going to pull that away towards the leg side, just like he did in the previous two occasions. Pulled away by Arsal Ali. It's up in the air, but it's in the gap as well. And forget about being in the gap because that has sailed over the boundary ropes for yet another maximum. Two maximums coming in that over from Naseeb Shah. First it was Chauhan, and now Arsal Ali just rolling his wrist over that and making sure that he hit that comfortably behind square, and that went over the boundary ropes. So 2 overs have been done and dusted. It's 25 for 1. It's going to be Asad once again, and once again he's having that fielder at first slip, where we saw the catch being taken in the very first over to get rid of Faizan. Will he get that drift going once again in his favor? Slightly fuller, much slower through the pace, gets it towards the leg side region, but once again, it's that fielder, a deep square leg, who has been kept really busy so far at the start of the innings. We have seen majority of the balls going in that direction because the batters are not afraid to play the ball across the line. Pretty open stance there from Arsal Ali as he comfortably hits that towards mid-off. He wanted to go for the single now. He'll have to be a little watchful because he has this tendency of taking a step or two forward as soon as he strikes the ball. So as a result, there is always a chance for the fielding side to run him out. Now he hits it in the air, but he hits it in the gap as well. That's going to go over extra cover. One bounce, two bounce, and the ball is going to roll past the boundary ropes. Excellent timing by Arsal Ali. The ball was curling slightly away from him, but he made sure that he played the ball as late as possible, let the ball come closer to the bat, and took the aerial load in that. And now he plays in the opposite direction, running the first one hard. He wants to come back for the second one, but his partner just denying that second one in the end. Just get the feeling he wants to phrase every delivery, Arsal Ali. And when a batter is in really good form, you need to make sure that your top batter gets to face as many balls as possible. They've got a good start, but they still have got a few overs remaining in the power play. Slightly short, just couldn't get it past the fielder at mid wicket. Not a big turner of the ball, Asad, but so far he's getting that drift with the new ball, and so far he has used it to good effect. Another sharp single taken. So both these batters are not only relying on boundaries, but they are also running excellently between the wickets. 3 overs have been done and dusted. It's 32 for 1. So 32 for 1 after 3. Straight away a change in the bowling attack. A fast bowler has been taken off and he will be replaced by Samir Khan, the left arm orthodox. Good option considering the fact that there are two right-handers at the crease right now for numbers. If he can turn the ball away from the right-hander and can manage to induce a false shot, you can expect some wickets falling. Initially coming around the wicket, will be relying on that arm ball as well that just goes one with the line. Slaps it past mid off. Well, he dived all over it, made sure that he at least slowed down that ball because it was struck from the middle of Arsenal Ali's bat. And in the end, since he's very quick between the wickets, he came back for the second run. Just get the feeling TopLinks have done their homework pretty well. They're keeping that ball outside the off stump to Arsenal Ali. Short and wide, put away nicely. In the gap she goes and away to the boundary as well. Well, the line was right, but the length wasn't. It was short. The ball was further turning away from him. He stayed on the back foot and made sure that he plays it as late as possible and pierced it through the gap between extra cover and mid off. Well, this is exactly what we expect from Arsenal Ali at the top of the order. He scored runs and he scores runs at good pace. 22 of 10 deliveries already. Shot again, pulled away nicely. That's going to go all the way for four. This is a bread and butter stroke for Arsenal Ali. You cannot afford to drop it short, that too on his body. But he's going to just swivel away across the off stump and pulls it away nicely behind square. He's a very dangerous customer on the leg side. So even if you have to bowl 6 deliveries against him outside the off stump, you need to do that. Because only then you can make sure that he gets him into a trap so that he could play a false stroke. Otherwise, anything on the leg side or on the middle stump, he's going to hit that comfortably. Once again, it's short, but an extra fielder on the outside, and the ball went straight to him. So we saw a wicket going down in the very first over, but apart from that, everything is going in the favor of the side batting first. Fuller in length, slight appeal from the bowler, but that was pitching outside the leg stump. Couldn't hit it. The ball just striking the pass towards the end. It pitched outside the leg stump, and the impact would have been outside as well. So no damage done on the last ball of the over. 4 overs have been done and dusted. It's 43 for 1. Asad to start his third. Now with a fielder at long on and a fielder at deep square leg, but that doesn't count because that ball has struck outside the ground. Beautiful piece of timing and placement from Shiraz. Once again, it was slightly fuller in length. Sat down on one knee. He had no intentions of keeping the ball down, and look at how far the ball has traveled. Beginning the over with a maximum, and straight away he has put the bowler under a lot of pressure. And you can tell that pressure showing on his face as he has decided to now change his angle, and he's making some adjustments to the field too. He'll be coming around the wicket now, Asad. Square leg inside, deep mid wicket is in place. No fielder standing at the boundary ropes on the offside. Usually it's very difficult for a spinner to bowl with the new ball, that too in the batting power play. But he started off really well by picking up the wicket early. But apart from that, numbers have been on top of their games. Now he drives it and a misfield. And he cannot afford to do that, especially in this outfield, because the ball just races away across the turf. They're very lucky that they just ran a single on that occasion. Otherwise, that could have been an easy couple. But meanwhile, with that single, 50 also comes up for the numbers side in just 4.5 overs. Pretty open stance for Ursal Ali. And the way he's standing, you can always tell that he's eyeing that leg side boundary. He's looking for the sweep shot. Big appeal from the bowler, but the angle with which he's operating, it's very hard for the leg before decision to go in his favor. Because an off spinner, you need to make sure that first you need to pitch the ball within the line of the stumps and the ball to hit the pads, and the impact should have been within the stumps. Fuller hitting it straight to mid off and straight away going for a single. So excellent batting and running between the wickets. He knew the boundary was a little difficult to come by on that delivery, so he made sure that he meets the ball with the middle of the bat and gets at least a single for his side. He goes for a big shot again, but goes straight to the fielder at mid wicket. 8 runs coming in that over from Asad. 5 overs have been done and dusted. Numbers are 51 for 1. So it's the last over of the batting power play. The batting side has managed to score more than 10 runs every over. Samir once again dropping it shorter, but now they know with the fielder on the offside, an extra fielder on the offside, they can protect a boundary. Long on and deep mid wicket for Arsal Ali as he looks to sweep another one, but it's the turn and bounce on that occasion that just made sure that the ball bounced a little bit more over his bat. Some misfield. He was charging towards the ball, just couldn't get hold of it in the first attempt. Otherwise, that would have been interesting at the bowler's end had he thrown at the first attempt, which he couldn't. And as a result, Arsal Ali picks up another one. It's a really good partnership between these two. In almost no time, they have managed to score 48 runs for the second wicket. Hits it straight. There is a fielder at long on, will just get a run. By far, this is a very good over. In fact, has been the best over of the innings so far from Samir Khan. And I think he's got his line and length almost perfect in this particular over. He hasn't given that much room. The length has been pretty accurate. And as a result, he has not been hit for a boundary so far in the first 5 deliveries. And when he doesn't hit boundaries, he usually gets frustrated, Arsal Ali. So you can always expect a big shot coming. Where he just jabs that ball down on the offside, picks up another run. An excellent over this from Samir Khan. Just 3 runs coming off in the last over of the batting power play. 6 done. Numbers are 54 for 1. So the batting power play is done. Time for another change in the bowling attack. The leg spinner Farooq has been introduced, and that's a lovely way of getting up, welcoming a bowler. Slightly short, slightly wide. Once again, stayed on the back foot. That is how he generates so much power in that stroke, and he just managed to hit it wide of the extra cover fielder. So the previous over was pretty quiet when they just go 3 runs off it. But now Arsal Ali has got a boundary, and he was very lucky on that occasion because got an inside edge, and he so easily the ball could have easily rolled back onto the stumps. Now he works it away towards the leg side, which is his favorite area of the ground, and he gets another single. Now, we discussed it early that he likes to play a longer innings. Arsal Ali, he's so far right on track to play another one. 34 runs have come in no time, just 22 deliveries, and he has been supported really well by Shiraz Chauhan at the other end too. Not only both these batters have made sure that they keep on rotating the strike, but whenever the bad ball has come in their direction, they have hit that for a boundary. Just like that, it's slightly short, it's pulled away nicely. And there is no point of looking at the ball because the fielders has already signaled that as a six. It was short, it was a flat hit from Shiraz, and it went sailing over the mid-wicket region for yet another maximum. As a spinner, you need to get your line and length right as early as possible against these two batters who are now pretty set at the crease. Using his long reach and making sure that he plays almost every delivery from the middle of the bat. So an expensive first over this from Farooq. 7 done, 66 for 1. So one left arm orthodox replaces another. Samir Khan is being replaced by Arsalan, another tall left arm spinner. First delivery has been lighted up, which has been comfortably played towards long on now. Out of these 7 overs, just 1 over has been bowled by a fast bowler, and the remaining ones have been completed by the spinners. And so far, we haven't seen any turn whatsoever on this track. So that gives us a suggestion that this might be a high scoring encounter. Scoring at almost 10 runs and over so far numbers, and they haven't lost many wickets either. Just one batter back in the dugout, so they can afford to give themselves a time because these middle overs are going to be really crucial for both the sides. And even if these in these 7 or 8 overs, from 7 till 8 overs, if they can manage to score somewhere between 8 and 9 and over, you can expect them to go big towards the last 5, which won't be that difficult, especially when you've got wickets in hand. Both these batters will be looking to eye that personal milestone of going past the half century mark since they've got a really good start already. And to score big runs for a team, that too in an all important final, is always treat to watch. Just like that shot from Arsal Ali now. This is the first, probably the first big shot that he has attempted straight back down the ground, and he has hit that comfortably. And tell you what, the batter at the non-striker's end was very lucky that he got his head down. He's pretty tall, so it must have taken him some time for him to get down to get away from the line of that delivery, which he did. And as a result, Arsenal got a boundary. And straight away, he got another single of the next delivery. Now, this is something really good about Arsenal and something to admire about him. It's not about being able to hit the boundaries and then block next to deliveries. He's always looking very busy. He's always looking very hungry to score runs. Slightly shorter, but this time hitting it straight to the fielder at long off. 9 runs coming in that over from Ursel. 8 overs completed. 75 for 1 it is. Another leg spin in action and nicely driven on the offside by Shiraz. It's not an easy shot to play, especially with the ball turning against him. But he just moved slightly outside the leg stump, and that just opened up the offside for him. And he made sure that he just kept the ball down all across the turf, which was a safe shot in the end, and he timed it a little too well. I just get the feeling the strategy of bowling almost every over with a spinner might not be working right now for TopLinks. Because the boundaries have been coming thick and fast, and the runs have been very easy to score by both these batters. Oh, he was just looking to dab it. Might have been beaten by the pace on that ball because Fahad wasn't looking to turn that ball a great deal. He was just looking to fire that in. And I think that's the best way to stop the flow of runs. Because if you're going to fly the ball against these two batters, you might get hit for boundaries or six. And that one was a little too wide. I think he was expecting Harsal Ali to come down the track. But he likes to stay on the back foot. And he always gets restless whenever he doesn't hit boundaries. A few deliveries. He's not a type of batter who's just going to block. Comes down the wicket. Hits it up in the air. Does he get it in the gap? Yes, he does. They will eventually come back for the second run. And look at how fast he is across the wickets. He knew the ball is going to go straight to the fielder at deep mid wicket, and he had a chance of coming back for the second run, which he did. 9 overs completed, 83 for 1 it is. Nicely struck, but went straight to the fielder at long on. Now he will consider himself very unlucky there, Shiraz. It was pitched up, it was there to be hit. He got it from the middle of the bat. It went flat, but just couldn't get enough elevation. And the fielder, who was standing almost at the edge of the boundary ropes, had long gone, completed it, and made sure that Shiraz will be on his way back. It's just the heat today that got the better of him on that occasion, because we could see him getting a bit of rest in between those overs. Just could not resist that fuller length delivery from the left arm spinner, hitting it straight down to the throat of long gone and ending up losing his wicket. So Shiraz walks back. It's 83 for 2. So Yavar Imam is the new batter in, another right-hander, and so far he has looked solid in defense in the first two deliveries. Shorter in length, it's up in the air, mid-wicket, running around and takes an excellent catch. That's an extraordinary catch from the fielder at deep mid-wicket. It's never easy to spot that wide ball coming from the grey skies, but he judged it to perfection. He knew he had to run a great deal. It was just the third delivery that Yavar was facing. He was forced to stay on the back foot, just couldn't keep it down, and look at that excellent take. Made sure that he doesn't lose control of the ball while looking to dive forwards, and the left arm spinner has picked up his second wicket of the over. It's the second wicket for Arsalan, and numbers all of a sudden have now lost two quick wickets. Yavar Imam goes back without even troubling the scorers, and numbers are 83 for 3. So the first left-hander of the innings walks in at number 5, Irtaza Khan. He's pretty fresh at the crease, but might not be that easy for him to face in this scorching heat here today at TMC Cricket Ground. All right, so he's ambidextrous, Arsalan. He can bowl as a left arm spinner to the right handers, and he can bowl as an off spinner, right arm off spinner against the left handers. And that means he's a rare talent. We've seen few bowlers in first class cricket. Shahzeb Bhatti, if I'm not mistaken, he can bowl as a left arm spinner and as a right arm off spinner too. Slightly fuller, and Arsal Ali just watchfully plays it towards the offside for just a single. And he doesn't need to do anything silly at this stage because the side has just lost two quick wickets. An excellent over comes to an end from Arsalan. 2 wickets and 2 runs off it. Numbers have managed to score 85 runs for the loss of 3 wickets after the first half stage of the innings. Well, he manages to squirt that away past the fielder at backward of point, and it just took a bit of more time than usual, but it still ended up reaching at the boundary ropes. I tell you what, that was not a bad delivery at all from Fahad. It was right in the block hole. It was outside the off stump, just like the plan they must have discussed before the start of the innings. And Ursel just opening the face of the bat and getting it in the gap to get another boundary. And now he drives that one towards deep extra cover where there is a fielder standing at the boundary ropes. The run rate is pretty decent, scoring at almost 9 in over. And by the looks of it, it looks like a very easy job. But tell you what, it wasn't that easy. It's a pretty hot and sunny day here today in Karachi, and you can expect the temperatures to be reaching somewhere close to 38 or 40. It's not an easy job as a batter to be wearing all the gear, all the helmets, and the pads to be batting in this hot weather, especially when you have been asked to run between the wickets as well. It takes a lot of stamina, it takes a lot of courage. Hitters are just losing the plot. A delivery that was not that full in length. He was looking to play that wild slog sweep towards the leg side, and he was very lucky that it missed the leg stump. Batting on 48 now, just one big shot away from his half century. Arsal Ali scored plenty of these in his career. Can add another one to the tally. Slightly short, gets it towards the leg side, and you can now see even he does not want to go for those 2 runs in the end because he knows that he wants to preserve his stamina for the latter stages of the innings. 7 runs coming in that over from Fahad, 11 done. It's 92 for 3. So Arsalan continues to bowl. He bowls a full toss, which has been put away comfortably by Arsal Ali. Not only he gets a boundary, but he also goes past his half century. 53 in this all-important final. And that was an absolute gift from the left-arm spinner. He might have been looking to bowl that in the block hole, but the length went horribly wrong. It was outside the off stump. It was a full toss. And Arsal Ali, not only did he time it well enough, but he also placed it in the gap. So the first hurdle has been cleared by the right-handed opener. He's there since the start of the innings. It took him 33 deliveries to go past his half century. So full marks when you talk about the strike rate. But can he continue further? That's going to be a big question. Usually in the night matches, the weather is pretty pleasant and it's relatively easier to bat in the floodlights. But in this scorching heat, it's not that easy. Irtazar gets on the back foot, gets it towards deep extra cover, and a slight misfield. Now, did he pull the ball back before it touched the boundary ropes? Just get the feeling he did. It was short and wide. He stayed on the back foot and slapped it. And that gentleman has already taken a really good catch. Stopped the boundary. This time hits it over extra cover, hits it in the air and hits it well into the gap. In fact, over the boundary ropes for a maximum. Now that is a quality stroke from it. That was using his reach. It was outside the off stump. The ball was turning further away from him. He still made sure that he got so low and he had managed to lift that one over extra cover. A 6 that also brings up 100 for the numbers side. And he bowls much better to the right-handers, especially when he's bowling with his left arm. But as soon as he has tried to trouble the left-hander up against with his right armers against it, he has not been that successful. Both these batters are now looking for a recovery. Because after losing 2 back-to-back wickets, they need a big partnership. It's a very good batting track. Yes, the weather has been slightly harsh today, but in a final, you think about scoring at least 175, 180. All right, there is some trouble. And Arsal Ali wanted that single, but I think his partner did a really good job in denying him at the last moment of the over. So 12 done. It's 107 now for 3. Farouk bowled a lovely leg spinner to get rid of it. The left-hander Irtazar, the ball just pitching on off stump and turning back in. The new batter comes in and straight away, fielder at first slip has been deployed. Well, you could see between overs, Arsul Ali was catching his breath. It's a very tough job to bat out here, especially in this weather. But so far, he has done an excellent job as well. Now it all depends whether he can continue till the end of the innings, because we have seen few wickets going down now in the last few overs. We saw an over where 2 wickets went down. And now Irtaza, who was looking pretty dangerous, has been dismissed as well. Chance and put down, is it? Well, was there an edge on that occasion? This was short and wide. Arsul Ali was looking to cut it away. And that would have been a dolly of a catch. How can he drop that one? Would have been a big wicket at this stage for TopLink. So this is Arsul Ali we are talking about, who can easily take the game away from the opposition. Let's hope it doesn't cost them much. They're already in a pretty decent position, TopLinks. And he goes for a big shot. It's up in the air and just falling short of the fielder at mid-wicket. Well, he has faced 2 deliveries so far, Khalil. On both the occasion, he has attempted that helicopter shot towards the leg side. And this time he was very lucky that the fielder just couldn't reach to the ball. A single to end the over with. 13 overs have been done and dusted. It's 110 for 4. Once again, it's going to be the leg spinner to operate for Fahad in his third. Hasn't picked up a wicket so far. Has given away just 15. And even Khalil is predominantly looking a very strong leg side player. He goes for a big hit. It's up in the air and then no chance for the fielder at long on or long off to get anywhere near to that. It was a flatter delivery from Fahad. The length was there for Khalil to just free his arms, and he did, and he hit that base of the side screen. Just get the feeling now every other batter who is going to come and grace this crease might not rely on those singles and twos, because they know it's a hard job to run between the wickets. And they'll be looking to get as many boundaries and maximums as possible. He gets it on the offside, gets it in the gap. Fielder at back for a point is after it. There is a long chase, and he just pulls the ball back with his right foot. And they'll eventually come back for the third run as well. So Arsul Ali, who has been kept slightly quiet after his half century. He goes for the scoop shot. He manages to connect one. There was no one at fine leg. Short third man is after it. Might not have enough legs to go for the boundary ropes, but he'll still come back for the second. And you can just sense and you can just see that even Arsul Ali, who looks pretty fit, and he's always hungry for runs. He's getting a little exhausted out there, and that is the best possible time for the fielding side to get him out. Now they have placed a fielder at short fine, so you might not expect that shot. It's up in the air, taken a loose shot, playing so much away from the body. And once again, the plan of bowling outside the off stump worked for the bowling side because now they've got the big fish. Arsal Ali dismissed. It was Fuller outside the off stump. Previously, Arsal Ali was looking to hit almost everything down the leg side. He was looking to play that expensive drive. That ball was away from him. Got an outside edge and a really good take by the wicket keeper. So Fahad gets his first, and it's a big one. Arsal Ali, after getting a half century, has been dismissed. Numbers have now lost half of their side. They are at 121 for 5. Farooq Hassan returns to bowl his third. He bowled a lovely delivery the previous over. In fact, it was the very first delivery where he got the wicket of Ritzaza. That was probably the first ball that we have seen turning a great deal. And he gets another one. A loose shot in the end from Khalil, and he might have got a bit of an inside edge too. Once again, looking to play across the line without using his feet much. You have already seen a wicket going down in the last ball of the previous over. So they needed a partnership. They needed someone to just calm the nerves down a bit for numbers, but instead he went for that big shot and ended up paying the price for it. An inside edge, the ball rolling back onto the stumps, and Farooq can enjoy and celebrate and as he picks up his second wicket. So just one big shot today from Khalil. He has been dismissed. It's 121 for 6. So all the spinners are doing a pretty decent job for TopLinks. The first 10 overs going in the favor of the numbers, but after that they have pulled the things back in their favor. And it all started when Arsalan picked up 2 wickets in that over. Rafid, the new batter, in, and he straight away gets off the mark with a big shot on the offside. The ball might have just bounced once before it went past the boundary ropes. A boundary, nevertheless, to open your account, and that's always a very good feeling for the new batter. Two fielders standing now at the slip cordon. Well, they're expecting Farouk to turn one away from the right-hander. Probably he's the only spinner who has found some turn. A low full toss. Couldn't stop in the follow through. Well, is it a run out? Just get the feeling the leg side umpire might have referred upstairs. It was struck well. It went straight to the bowler. He managed to throw the ball back in his follow through. And the ball hitting the stumps on the full. But by that time, was the batter back inside the crease or not? I think he was. He slid his bat just at the right time. Otherwise, that would have been another one. He plays it over extra cover once again, but this time long off won't be able to stop that one. So twice he has been able to hit the ball against a turn on the offside. Previous one over extra cover. This time the ball was slightly closer to the fielder at long off, who made sure that he leaned towards his left, but still couldn't get anywhere near to it. And Rafiq gets another 4. So 2 boundaries and a wicket in that over from Farouk. It's 129 for 6 after 15. The first wicket went down in the very first over, but after that, there was a big partnership between Shiraz and Arsal Ali. Then we saw 2 wickets going down in that over from Arsalan, and after that, the wickets have gone down at regular stages for numbers, and that's why now they might not be able to get to that 180 mark. In fact, they might do that if they can play some shots like that. First delivery that was placed by Waqar, it was Fuller, and he had no hesitation in hitting it straight back past the bowler. In fact, he got it over the side screen, so that's a big hit. Just under 5 overs remaining, and they can still reach some 75 180, depending on if they can keep those remaining 4 wickets in hand. But he won't do that mistake again, Fahad. The first delivery was overpitched, and after that, he has just dragged the length slightly back, thrashed away towards the offside, but went straight to extra cover. Looks like a powerful striker of the cricketing ball, Waqar. Well, that one was short and it turned further away, so he doesn't want to be bowling in that hitting zone of the right-hander. But it's up in the air. Might be an easy chance for the fielders, and it is. Another wicket goes down. It's Samir who takes a really easy chance on the offside, and Waqar just could not resist the length and the width on that delivery. It was short, yes, it was outside the all-star, but you could easily have played that all across the turf on the offside. Instead, he went with that horizontal bat stroke, miscued it in the end, and Samir Khan took a really easy chance in the end. So Fahad picks up his second 2. Another wicket goes down for numbers. It's all going downhill after the first 10 overs. 136 for 7 it is. Irfan coming in at number 9 and smashes that one straight towards long off. Well, they haven't stopped playing those shots, all the batters of team numbers. But the fact that they have been losing wickets at regular stages of the innings now makes life much more easier for the bowling side. Another successful over comes to an end from Fahad. He's done with his spell today. 2 for 34 for the leg spinner. 137 after 16. So 2 for 23 for Farooq as he returns to bowl one last over of his spell. And there is anyone who has managed to turn the ball a great deal on this track, it's that man on your screen. Slightly shorter inland, gets it towards long on, will get another run. Irfan. Now Rafe did manage to hit those two boundaries on the offside against the leg spinner the last time he met. Will he be able to do that once again? Full toss, hits it straight, hits it hard, and one bounce into the fence. Not a good delivery from Farooq. It's his last over. And he presented a gift to the right hander, and he had no hesitation in accepting it. Would have definitely looked to hit that all the way over the boundary rows, but even a boundary will work at this stage. Three and a half overs. In fact, 20 balls now remain. Oh, that's very lucky. In fact, very unlucky for the fielder at long on. He sat down. He was expecting the ball to come in his direction, and he just got the bad bounce, because of which the ball hit his face and just went slightly further away from him. And as a result, Rafi got another couple. These are really challenging conditions, not only for the fielding side, but for the batting side too. Slightly fuller, drill down the ground between long on and long off. Another missed field, and they're going to come back for another couple. Well, this time you cannot even blame the outfield or the ball, because the ball was going straight to the long on feeder and he just missed it altogether. And now we can see Raf is struggling a bit because he's absolutely limping. Meanwhile, 2 runs were completed of the last ball, 17 overs completed, 146 for 7. So he returns to the bowling mark. Samir Khan, he still have 2 overs to go, so you can expect him to bowl the 18th and the 20th over of the innings. Irfan once again looking to go downtown, but one bounce straight to long gone. Now, this is the sort of a score that the fielding side is going to take it. Because the start that they got numbers when they reached 15 just 4.5 overs, you can expect them to score more than 200. And Rafi decides to go big on the offside. It's up and it's taken by long off. Excellent judgment from the fielder at long off. It's Kashif who was standing there at long off. He had to make sure that he was standing in front of the boundary ropes because he was standing pretty close to that. And look at how comfortably he took it. As soon as he took the catch, he saw back whether he was touching the boundary ropes or not. He was comfortably inside. Rafe, while hoping to get few runs towards the end of the innings, has lost his wicket too. Numbers have lost their 8. It's 147 for 8. Another right-hander walks in. It's Hussein at number 10. Now they've lost 8 wickets, and on the bowling side's point of view, they can sense an opportunity of winning out the opposition. Struck nicely, hit straight down the ground, long on and long off, won't be able to get there. For a moment, we thought he might not have struck it from the middle of the bat because the ball might have hit the turf when it came off the bat, but that just kept going. Long gone did attempt to run towards his left to stop the ball, but he couldn't do it in the end. And Hussein opened his account with a boundary. 150 is up for numbers. He goes for a big one. He has sliced that and he has sliced that over long off. So a boundary and a maximum to start his innings. And they're not going to die wondering. Yes, they have lost 8 wickets in the process, but they have still made sure that every batter who has come in has continued playing his strokes. Some have lost their wickets, and on the other occasions, the ball has usually traveled past the boundary ropes. Oh, that's pretty clever. So I was hoping to play it a little finer than that, but he couldn't. But still, got a boundary and a 6 in that over from Samir. A successful over comes to an end from the left arm spinner. 157 for 8 with just 2 overs to go. It's going to be the last over for Samir, the right arm off spinner. Running the first hard. Will they come back for the second? No, they decided not to. I think it's a good call as well. Because he got down to the ball very early and he made sure that he threw at the right end towards the striker's end. In fact, it's Asadul Haq who bowled the very first over of the innings, bowling the 19th one as well. That made an awkward sound of the bat because just get the feeling he wasn't expecting the ball to come in towards his body. Hussein. While coming around the wicket, he is making sure that he doesn't give any room outside the off stump. Struck once again in the air, but not from the middle of the bat. That's why long on will easily stop that one. Still a pretty decent score from numbers point of view. They'll be targeting 20 more runs in the next 9 deliveries. Might get 6 of them on this one. Yes, they do. Excellent stroke from Hussein. He knew he won't be getting that room outside the off stump. So once again, he just planted that left foot out of the way, which opened up the leg side for him. And he hit it flat over mid wicket. Oh, it was down the leg side. Might be given as a wide. It will be. Hussein was disappointed. He thought that there was an opportunity that he missed. Well, it is not given as a wide because that ball might have brushed the patch. So a legal delivery. Flighting it up. It's up in the air. Has it not been timed well enough? It is. Another 6 from Hussein. And now they inch closer to that 180 mark. Might not have come from the middle of the bat, but just that breeze had took the ball over the boundary ropes. 6 coming up the last ball of the over. It's 173 for 8. In fact, 172 for 8. As expected, it's going to be Samir to finish off the innings for numbers. Starts off with a length delivery. Once again, hit hard down the ground by Irfan. But most importantly, it's Hussein back on strike. Now, he was the one who struck 2 maximums in the previous over. And if he can manage to do that once again, you never know. Even they can even go past 185. Oh, it's up in the air and he hasn't timed it. It's going to be, oh, in fact, it's dropped. He did a really good job. Oh, there was a chance of a run out too. So there were 2 occasions, in fact, 2 opportunities of getting a batter out on that delivery. First, it wasn't struck well. It was well bowled by Samir outside the off stump. The long off fielder running in just lost control of that ball while looking to dive forwards. And then he had the presence of mind of throwing at the bowler's end. And had that ball been collected by the bowler, could have been an easy run out chance. Hitting it in the air once again. Now they won't be able to drop that. It's an easy chance for a deep extra cover. Hussein once again trying his luck. But he just got too much away from the line of that delivery. Hitting an inside out shot, went straight up in the air and no mistake done by extra cover. But he did his job pretty well, Hussein. Scored some valuable runs towards the end of the innings before he got dismissed. And he made sure that they at least play their full 20 overs. It's a 175 for 9 with just 3 balls to go. So Faraz is the last man in. They still have 3 balls to go. Samir has also picked up his second wicket. Just chipped it over the bowler's head. Will get a single and rightly so gives the strike back to Irfan. Three overs ago, TopLinks were in a driving seat when not many runs were there and they had already picked up 7 wickets, but few cameos towards the end and they are still in a pretty decent position. Numbers There has been an appeal done by the wicketkeeper, and the finger has been raised. Now, I just get the feeling Irfan has been dismissed, stumped. It was outside, and well, he's still standing. He cannot believe it. Well, he's standing in disbelief, and almost every player has left the pitch. And that's the first time we have seen that on a cricketing field. It was outside the off time. He was looking to drive it. He was beaten altogether. The wicketkeeper dislodging the bails. He was not even looking at the wicketkeeper. And in the process, he was outside the crease. The wicketkeeper made an appeal, and the umpire made the decision in his favor. So 176 is what they could manage in their 20 overs numbers. Once again, an excellent start from Mursal Ali, 57 of 40 deliveries. And when that partnership was going on between him and Shiraz, 200 was on the cards. But after that, they kept on losing those wickets. Few cameos towards the end from Rafi and Hussein specifically when he scored 25 of just 10, and he helped his side score more than 175 today. Talking about the bowling performance, just one bowler, fast bowler, was used throughout the innings. That was Naseeb Khan. Apart from that, every other over was bowled by a spinner. Samir Khan picking up 3 and 2 wickets apiece for Farooq, Arsalan, and Fahad. So 177 is going to be the target for a TopLink side to win this 84 Challengers Cup, powered by Kalo Cricket. A 72 for 1 it is after 705 more runs needed. Really good start this from TopLink. Both the openers making sure that not only they made use of the batting power play, but they also provided a really good opening stand. They've lost one wicket only so far. Syed Nawab has been batting really well. Let's have a look at his strike rate. 35 of just 17 deliveries. In the last few overs, we have seen the ball turning a lot on this track. Now, this is something that we didn't see in the previous innings. But the best thing about this innings from TopLink is that they have made sure that the majority of the runs have been scored in the first six. Nicely timed once again by Asad. We have been just told that he has been in really good form, and if he can bat throughout this innings, it's going to be much easier for TopLink to chase down the remaining runs. Although it's still early to say, because 105 more runs are still needed. It's just a matter of time. If they can lose 2 or 3 big wickets, but that might not be the case if Nawab is going to hit the ball as clean as that. Was fuller in length, hitting it away from his body, hitting it over the bowler's head and long off. Well, he made sure that he gets as close to the ball, but the ball just kept going over him. Excellent start from TopLink. Hitting it hard once again, but might not get a boundary on this occasion. The ball goes straight towards long off. Spinners did the trick for TopLinks in the first innings. After the first 10 overs, we saw some turn on the ball, and the batters kept on losing their wickets, courtesy of some wrong shot selection too. He goes up, might not have timed this one as well as he would have liked, and he has been holed out in the deep. Excellent catch by the fielder at long gone, and all of a sudden, TopLink have now lost 2 quick wickets. Pitched up, it was Asad who was looking to go downtown. He was expecting the ball to go all the way for 6, but the fielder at long on had other idea, and he's judged it to perfection. Sarfaraz, after getting hit for a 6 earlier in this over, has managed to make a comeback by getting rid of the dangerous batter Asad. And TopLink have now lost 2. They are 80 for 2. Fahad coming in at number 4, straight away pulling that one on the leg side, but square leg will cover that one off. Gets off the mark with a single. So the first over comes to an end from Darren, which he got hit for 9 runs, but he came back strongly and got rid of Asad. 8 done, it's 81 for 2. Change in the bowling attack. Amir Abbas, the off spinner, begins the ninth over of the innings. And just like the way we saw in the first innings, 19 overs were bowled by the spinners. That might be the story in the second innings, too. There is absolutely nothing in this track for the fast bowlers. Bowls it short. It's up in the air. Chance for long on. Excellent take. Brilliant catch. Every player in this ground is charging towards the fielder at long on because they know how important that wicket is, and it needed a catch like this to get rid of Nawab. It was short, it was struck well. The fielder at long on was running towards his left, and he knew that he had to take a spectacular catch to get rid of Nawab, who was batting so well out there. Just like numbers, it's sort of a mini collapse for TopLink too. They have now lost 3 quick wickets, top 3 batters in the dugout. Nawab being the latest casualty, getting out on 42. TopLink are 82 for 3. Hits up in the air, but will fall short of the fielder at long off. So two relatively new batters at the crease. Both Kashif and Fahad have just faced three deliveries so far in their innings. The required run rate might not be that bigger of a deal, 90 to get in 11 overs, especially with 7 wickets in hand. But the fact that they have lost three quick wickets, and you might see these two batters taking some time to get themselves adjusted to the nature of the track. Now, this one was a wide delivery, wasn't gathered by the keeper, and that rolled past the boundary rope. So, five bonus runs for the batting side. Now, this has come at the stage where they were looking to put even more pressure on the batting side. Tarain Faraz, a really good leg spinner. He's got some really good variations too. He can bowl those wrongans. We saw him picking up the wicket of Asad in the previous over. Against the left-handers, he'll be looking to bowl those regular leg spinners so that the ball could turn back in. Nicely played towards the leg side. Now, this is exactly what they need to do at this stage of the innings. Just get at least 5 or 6 in over for the next 3 or 4 overs, and then once these two are settled at the crease, they can then launch big in the last 6 or 7 overs. It's all about getting wickets in hand, chipping it, and has it been put down? And they were very close of picking up another wicket. Was pitched up. He couldn't keep it down at the last moment. Should have been taken. Won't get easier than that. They will hope that this won't cost them much, because that went straight in the hands of the fielder at backward point who just misjudged it. He gives himself rooms and gets it towards extra cover. He's bowling really well, Darren. He's mixing his variations. He's bowling at different lengths. Very unlucky not to have got that second wicket 2 balls ago. Getting on the back foot and hitting it comfortably towards the cow corner region. We'll get another single. 10 overs completed. TopLink are 96 for 3. Both these right-handers and left-handers are making it really easy for TopLink to score these runs. There was a chance for numbers to get the opposition under more pressure, but both these batters have now batted sensibly after they lost two quick wickets. Lighting it up, chance for the bowler, and he puts it down. And he's disappointed as well. It was pitched up, he was looking to turn it on the leg side, got it from the bottom of the bat. Amir Abbas wasn't expecting the ball to come in his follow through and just couldn't get to the ball even in the second attempt. As that, he looked dejected. Being the captain, he had the responsibility of picking up a wicket. He got so close of getting one, but unfortunately couldn't take it in the end. So 11 done, 104 for 373 more needed in 9 overs. Narayan Faraz to continue. Chance of a run out and the non-strike is in, but he needed a better throw. And they need to be a fielder standing up to the stumps. They got a chance of picking up a wicket in the previous over when the catch was put down by the captain in his follow through. Because at this moment, all is looking very smooth and very easy for TopLink. Even the runs that were scored towards the end of the innings when numbers were batting might not be enough today. Unless and until they pick up more wickets right now in the middle phases of the innings. Outside the off stump, he has hit up in the air. Chance for mid wicket. And he has taken it. Or has he? Well, he looks pretty confident. Kashif, well, the invitation was there for the left-hander to go for that big shot. He was induced into that error. Playing with the turn that stayed in the air for quite a bit of time, and look at the catch. Well, his foot might have slipped towards the end, but he made sure that his both the feet were inside the boundary ropes. So another wicket goes down for TopLink. It's getting really interesting out here today at TMC. 106 for 4, 71 more needed. So one left-hander falls, another one comes in. Yasir Akhtar at number 6. Taran has picked up 2 wickets, and we were talking about the variations that he's bringing in, and he has been rewarded today in this final of 84 Challengers Corporate Cup. He's a very good player to have in these sort of situations, Yasser. He can play that longer innings. He's very good with running between the wickets. He can find those gaps very easily, and if required, he can hit those big shots too, which is not needed right now. The quiet run rate well within the grasp. It's just a matter of keeping wickets in hand. Driven by Fahad towards extra cover. Another single taken, but an excellent over comes to an end from that end. Just 4 singles and a wicket. 12 done, 108 for 4, 69 now needed in the last 8. Amir Abbas, the captain, with his third over. He hasn't been expensive so far in his first two. Ideally, he would have loved to pick up the wicket as well. The fact that he's not a big turner of the ball, but still he has managed to control the flow of runs from his end. It's just a matter of time before he gets one right and maybe gets one through the defenses of the left-hander. Now he's opted to have a fielder at first slip. In fact, now he has been removed from that position. Fielder very close to the bat at short mid wicket. Extra cover in place as well. First slip will be waiting for the outside edge. Nicely played. Very nicely timed too by Yasser. He can play these shots on all corners of the ground. This one was slightly shorter and straighter. He had already made up his mind that he'll be targeting the leg side region and hit it comfortably towards deep square. Comes down the track, gets it to a full toss, but could only drive it towards long off. Might have been a finger spinner attempted by Amir Abbas. He's regularly changing his angles against both the batters. He's looking to come around the wicket so that the ball can turn away from the left-hander. I think he's done a really good job by having those two fielders standing close to the bat. Because if he can manage to bowl a few more dot balls at the new batters, you never know, there might be a mistake coming from the other end. He goes for a good shot. That's hit comfortably past the fielder at square leg and fine leg, and that's going to run away for 4. Now, he attempted that shot earlier in this over too. That went squarer, but this time the ball had a bit of more bounce behind it, which allowed him to play it over fine leg region. So he ended in over with a boundary. 13 done. It's 115 for 4. coming into ball his last over. Darren swept away nicely. Once again, they're running the first hard, and they will eventually come back for the second two. I think this is a really important over for both the sides. If they can manage to see out these five deliveries from Darren, they can afford to go after the other bowlers. And Darren, on the other hand, will be hoping he can make these five deliveries count. I, he'll be hoping that he can pick up at least a wicket here to bring his side back in the game. That's why Khalil has now been deployed at first slip region. Swept away, it's up in the air and put down. And not only did he drop it, but he also helped that ball go over the boundary ropes. They were emphasizing how important this over is from Darren. It was struck nicely. It went straight in the hands of deep square leg. Hard hands, maybe. Couldn't complete the catch. Couldn't even stop the trajectory of the ball. That landed over the boundary ropes. Last three overs, we have seen two catches being put down. One by the captain of his own bowling and now by the fielder at deep square. And now you see the batter being slightly lucky. Getting a leading edge, but once again landing in the vacant region on the offside. It's all about small errors. They have committed two blunders so far, numbers, by not completing those two catches, and that might cost them at the end of the game. Now Yasser decides to go big. Another chance for mid wicket. And he puts it down again. This is almost the second time we have seen that. The man committing an error, Arshad Ali, who is usually very safe in the outfield. You could sense that the ball wasn't struck from the middle of the bat. Arshad Ali, well, he was taking it from the front of his face, and not only did he drop it, but once again he helped that ball go over the boundary ropes. And just look at the reaction there from Darren. He knew that he created two opportunities of picking up wickets in this over, and on both the occasions he was let down by the fielders. And to add salt to the wounds, that's going to be another wide, so he'll have to re-bowl that. I know that could have easily gone in the favor of the bowling side, but the batting side have managed to score 16 of it with a ball still to go. This time he knocks him over and he gets his reward. Could have easily picked up 3 wickets in this over, but not to be. But he finally makes sure that he ends his spell with another one. A beautiful leg spinner going for that sweep shot. The ball just turning into the left-hander and hitting the off stump. So short stay comes to an end for Yasser Akhtar tonight. 14 overs done, 131 for 5 TopLink. So the captain bowling in his last over. It's up in the air, but the long on fielder was standing at the edge of the ropes, and even if he would have taken a step or two forwards, the ball would have easily fallen in front of him. Arcelali dropped a catch in the previous, so in fact, two catches were put down. And in total, in the last 3 or 4 overs, we have seen three catches being put down. Now, if they had been able to pick all those three catches, the story would have been completely different at this stage. He's firing those in, Amir Abbas. He know he's not being able to get that turn on this pitch. So even if he's not picking up wickets, he's trying to bowl as many dodge balls as possible. Because you never know. I mean, 10 or 12 to get in the last 3 overs. You never know. Even a fielding side can come and win this contest. Another really good over comes to an end. An excellent spell comes to an end from the captain. 1 for 24 in a spell of 4 overs. 15 done, 134 for 5, 43 to get, 5 overs remaining. Another bowling change. Hussein will be starting the 16th over of the innings. Now, he was the one who scored those 25 crucial runs towards the end of the innings. Because at one stage, numbers were not in a position to score 170 even, but he made sure that because of his cameo, they ended up with 176. Now, he has come in to bowl the 16th over of the innings. At max, he can bowl 3 overs today in this final. So he did the job right with the bat. Can he do it with the ball again? All he needs to do is to make sure that he doesn't concede any boundaries, and in the process, if he can pick up a wicket or two, that's going to be gold for numbers. Farooq is the new batsman. He's faced 4 deliveries so far for just a single. They can easily target him. Low full toss, running the first hard, wanted to come back for the second, but he fielded a deep mid wicket, did a decent job. Uh, Just like Amir Abbas, the captain, he had those two fielders inside the inner ring at mid wicket and extra cover just to stop that single. And that plan almost worked for him. Nicely squeezed, but goes straight to short third. It is not that hot out there as it was in the first innings. We saw a few batters getting dehydrated and exhausted, especially when Ursel and Shiraz were batting. Although the sun is pretty still shining bright, but there is this breeze flowing across the ground too, which is much to the relief of all the players. In fact, there is another match scheduled to be played today here after this one, It will be the final of the 81st Challengers Corporate Cup. Low full toss, driven on the offside, but an excellent effort from extra cover. Arsal Ali might have done a mistake early on, but he's going to make sure that he doesn't repeat it. Down the leg side and nicely gathered by the keeper. How often we have seen that in this stage of the innings, the ball staying a little low and the wicketkeeper not being able to stop it, especially with the fielder at fine leg inside and the ball usually travels across. Hitting it hard and straight, but won't get more than a single. Hussein making sure that the fielders are at the right spot for the last ball of his over. He bowls a low full toss, couldn't get it in the gap. Arsal Ali once again comes into play on the offside. Another single taken. So 16 overs completed. It's 141 for 536 to get in the last 4 overs. So just 4 overs remaining, 36 still to get. And as we were mentioning it before, if you can stretch the required run rate to 9 or 10 and over for the last 3 or 4 overs, it gets a little difficult for the batting side. Irfan Kasmi is the new bowler in. He bowls a low full toss. He shuffled across the off stump. There was some sort of an appeal there from the bowler and the wicket keeper, but just get the feeling that the impact was outside the off stump. Well, well outside the off stump. Although he exposed all the three stumps, but I think the right call was made by the on-field umpire. Now, Irfan Kazmi is usually a wicket taker, and that's why he was given 2 overs earlier on with the new ball, but he was really expensive. He started off the innings with a waist high no ball and got hit for a four, and he leaked away 16 runs in that opening over, which just set the platform for TopLink. Once again, getting across. This time he has middled that one, and that will go out of the boundary rope. 6 signal by the on-field umpire, and his day continues to get even worse. Still leaking on runs, Irfan Kazmi. And just look at his figures: 2.5 overs, not a single wicket, and he has given away 40 runs already. He shuffles across once again, gets it over the top, and gets it over long gone. Two back-to-back sixes from Farooq. This was the over they were looking for. Irfan Kasmi, who has not had a good day today so far, numbers were hoping that he can change his luck, tilt the game in the favor of the bowling side, but that hasn't been the case today. Once again, proving to be really expensive. Just get the feeling he has made up his mind already that everything is going to go towards the leg side against Irfan. Leg by signaled by the on-field umpire, but they all count. And with each and every scoring run, they are getting closer to winning the game, and not only win this game, but to lift the trophy as well. And on the other hand, Fahad has been really sensible. He hasn't looked under any sort of pressure whatsoever. Another expensive over comes to an end. 14 runs came off it. It's 157 for 5. And TopLink just need 20 more to win. They've got 3 overs remaining. Hussein comes into bowl, bowls it down the leg side. Wide given by the on-field umpire. Not a start they were looking for. He'll have to re-bowl that. They get an extra run. This has been a really sensible chase by TopLink. Yes, there was a time when they were in a spot of bother when they kept on losing 2 quick wickets. But now they just need 19 more to win. Clipped away towards the leg side. Chance for square leg. He misses. Even if he would have hit the stumps, I get the feeling that Fahad would have been inside. In fact, Farooq would have been inside. Hitting the pad, that looks full and close and given. His another twist in the tail. When everything was going in the favor of the batting side, Hussein has struck. Batter, who was looking so dangerous in the previous over, was shuffling across the crease, missing the line of the ball. That was fuller in length. And Hussein getting an important wicket for numbers. TopLink lose another. They still need 18 to win. They are now 6 down with 159 on the board. Khurram Shahzad at number 8. Legs looks close again. Or did he get an outside edge? Leg by signaled by the on-field umpire. That looked once again pretty straight, pretty full. Might have been angling down the leg side. You could see the off stump and the middle stump, so I just get the feeling it's a really good decision in this crucial stages of the game. But Hussein has bowled his heart out. He could have been given an over earlier. It's just a shame that he won't get to finish his spell today. Struck nicely towards deep mid-wicket cow corner region, and they're going to comfortably come back for the second run. That's why it was so important not to leak that many runs in the previous over that was bowled by Irfan. He got hit for 2 sixes, he got hit for 14 runs, and that made the job even simpler for these two batters. Although they lost a wicket in this over from Hussein, but just 15 now to get 14 deliveries. It's almost a run a ball for TopLink. Another chance for square leg, and he misses. It's the second time he has missed the stumps. Well, you can't even blame the fielder because he just had one stump to aim at. And he was targeting the batter at the non-strikers end. Usually the direct hits are really close, but for that you need to hit the stumps first, which he couldn't do in both the occasions. Nicely struck. Mid wicket is in place. And just get a run. Excellent over once again from Hussein. Looking at the contacts of the game, he has picked up a wicket, hasn't given away any boundary. 18 overs completed. It's 164 for 6. 13 more to get in last 2 overs. Now Abdul Rafi to begin the penultimate over of the game. 13 to get, 4 wickets in hand. 1 for 18, his biggest so far. Comes down the wicket and another opportunity missed. This time it's the wicket keeper. There might have been an inside edge or there might have been a chance of stumping the batter. Couldn't complete either. And Khurram gets another live. Well, that has been the story of the second innings. Sweeping it up in the air. There is fielder at fine leg and he takes it. They might have missed an opportunity of the first ball, but they get a wicket of the second delivery, courtesy of some really good fielding effort. Looking to sweep it, couldn't keep it down, getting a top edge and a good chance. Good take by the fielder at fine leg. And they still believe, numbers still believe that they are in it. TopLink lose their 7th. They still need 13 more to win. It's 164 for 7. Hassan coming in at 9 with his style still needing 13 to win. Nicely played, opening the face of the bat. Will at least 2. And if they run well, they can easily come back for the third, but getting a couple was a better option. I mean, they will look at this match once it gets over. Numbers will be looking at the way they field it, the way they drop those chances. The 2 chances that went down, the miss stumping in this over, sweeping it all across the turf, but will go straight to fine leg. And the fact that they kept on losing wickets towards the middle stages of the innings. There was one over where they did not only drop 2 catches, but they went all the way for 6-2. That hit the pads. And the umpire says that the impact was outside. Leg buys, signaled by the on-field umpire, Mohammad Yunus. Once again, looking to get down on one knee. It was touch and go, but I just get the feeling the benefit of the doubt was given to the batter. Comes down the wicket, chips it towards long on. Arsal Ali charges towards the ball and makes sure that he just gets a single. So it's still not over, folks. It's 169 for 7. Just an over remaining. 8 runs more to get that to in a final. It doesn't get closer than that. So there was a long discussion going on before the start of this over. There was no doubt that Hussein is going to bowl it because he has bowled really well in the first 2 overs. Starts off with a fuller delivery outside the off stump. Chance of a run out. Will he be able to hit the stumps? He does. Excellent thinking from Hussein and the wicketkeeper Shiraz. Firstly, he bowled it outside the off stump to stay away from the hitting zone. The wicketkeeper gathered the ball. He threw at the striker's end, but Hussein got to the ball, threw at the stumps at the non-striker's end, and made sure that he hits the bullseye. And TopLink lose another. Most importantly, it's going to be another dot ball for the batting side. So they still need 8. They now have 5 balls remaining and just 2 wickets in hand. Hussein has been special today, not only with the bat but with the ball too. Samir Khan walks in. Another full delivery, hitting it straight to long off. Singles might not hurt the bowling side. But now he's on strike, Samir, because the wicket fell at the non-strikers and that run out. Well, still, just 7 to get, but you just get the feeling if any of these batters can just middle one ball and get a boundary, it's going to be all over for the fielding side. But on the other hand, Hussein needs to bowl each and every remaining delivery in the perfect region. Now he's a right arm fast bowler bowling over the wicket, so the natural angle will be across the left handed batter. That's why it's important to have that third man fielder at the edge of the boundary rows, which they have taken. Backward of point is pretty fine too, closer to the bat. Square leg has been asked to come back in. Now he cannot afford to drop it down the leg side because just a flick with the fine leg up and he can get an easy boundary. He bowls it on the pads and he gets away with it. Just needed a little tickle there, Samir, and that would have rolled past the fielder at fine leg region for a boundary, but just hit the pads and they got a leg by. 6 required, 3 balls remaining. What a contest this is. It wasn't looking that close like 5 or 6 overs ago, but they have just managed to make a comeback. Team numbers. And the credit should be given the way Hussein has bowled towards the depth of the innings. His 3 overs have been special. Darren Faraz has bowled really well. Irfan Kasmi unfortunately could not have a good day today, but the other bowlers have genuinely stepped up to the occasion. He bowls it full, gets it past. Oh, does he? No, he doesn't. Excellent effort in the field once again from backward of point. He knew 2 fielders were standing pretty close on the offside inside the 30-yard circle, so he was looking to find that gap. He timed it well, and he almost got it through, but an excellent effort. And they just got 1 run. 5 to win of 2 deliveries. He has decided to change the angle. He will be coming around the wicket to the left-hander. Square leg, rightly so, has been set back. They've got deep mid wicket in place, square leg and fine leg at the edge of the boundary ropes. Both long on and long off are standing outside the 30-yard circle too. Extra cover in place as Hussein steams in. He hits the pads full and straight and given. What a final over this is turning out to be from Hussein. He needed to defend 8. He has just given away 3 and he has picked up another wicket. He changed his angle to make sure that the ball doesn't go across the left-hander. It came back in. Samir was looking to play across the line. It was full, it was straight. He missed it, but the umpire raised his finger. So 9th wicket has gone down for TopLink, and the match has turned on its head in the last few overs. They still need 5 with just a wicket and a ball remaining. Now this is getting really intense. They needed 36 to win in the last four. They managed to score 14 runs from that over of Irfan. At one stage, they just needed a run a ball, and now they're in a position where they need a boundary to tie this game and a six to win it. He gets an inside edge, he misses, and Numbers does it again. What a performance from the men in green today. They were almost down and out in the 15th over of this innings, but look at the way they have crawled their way back to win this title of 84 Challengers Corporate Cup. And the credit goes to Hussein, the way he has bowled in these last 5 overs. Sensational depth bowling. He just needed to defend. And in the process, he picked up 2 important wickets along with the Start करें. Start करें. All right, it's time for the post-match presentation ceremony of the 84 Challengers Corporate Cup. It was a fantastic finale. Like, it was a roller coaster ride. We never knew which way the match is turning, but in the end, I think it was a well-deserved victory for Numbers side. They managed to win this all-important final by 4 runs in the end. And credit should be given to the runners-up team, TopLink. They had a fantastic outing as well, and I think they did a really good job by stopping the opposition to 177. And at one stage, it looked like they will be chasing it comfortably, but some extraordinary bowling effort and some extraordinary fielding effort made sure that Numbers win it in the end. So first of all, I would like to thank our sponsors, Mehek Tea and Milk House. For the first time, they helped us. In fact, they supported us, being the platinum sponsors of this 84 Challengers Corporate Cup. Kalo Cricket have always been there with us. This is in fact, they have always been there with us this time around too, along with the photography and everything that they did. 84 Challengers Corporate Cup. Once again, we saw 8 teams participating in it. The 2 finalists, TopLink, Numbers. Then we've got PSO, Mavericks Cricket Club, Symmetry Group, Sunrisers Cricket Club, Mehek Tea and Milk House. They were the first time participating with us. And we saw Dr. Junaid Ali Shah Cricket Team 2 playing in this 84 Challengers Corporate Cup. First, we would like to appreciate the 2 on-field umpires who officiated this all-important final between Numbers and TopLink. I would like to request Mohammad Yunus and Danish. Well, I think they are busy in another match and they have already received their awards. So I would like to also call upon stage our guest of honor for today, Mohammad Laik, who is here with us from KMC. So we'll straight away hand on the prizes for the top performers of the game as well as of the tournament. Mr. Bilal is here with us too, the owner of Challengers Events Management. The first award, the big award, it is already for the man of the match of this all-important final. We saw some really good performances. Arsal Ali was brilliant. The opener of TopLink was brilliant too. But I guess that 25 runs innings towards the end of the innings and that depth bowling where he defended 8 runs in the last over, it's Hussein. 2 wickets in his 3 overs and 25 runs. He'll get his award with from Mohammad Laik. The next award is for the cool player of the tournament and brilliant leg spin bowling throughout the tournament. That, along with in the final 2, he picked up 3 wickets today. Darren Faraz of Numbers. The next award will go to the best batter of the tournament. He scored runs throughout the tournament. Unfortunately, his side couldn't qualify for the finals. It's Amit Ravi of Mehek Tea and Milk House. I think Amit is not here with us. So, in fact, Shiraz is the second highest run getter of Numbers. So, he will collect this award on behalf of Amit Ravi. Best bowler, I think it goes to the bowler of TopLink, the leg spinner Farooq Hassan. If you can come forward and collect your award for being the best bowler of this 84 Challengers Corporate Cup. He picked up 19 wickets. You must have seen how easy it was to score runs on this track, and to pick up that many wickets in a tournament, it's a very good effort. And now the big award, the best player of the tournament. And unfortunately, his side could not win this final, but his efforts will always be appreciated. It's Asadul Haq of TopLink. Now I would like to request the runners-up team's captain if you can come forward and have a few words with me along with collecting your runners-up trophy. Khwaja Ahmed, the captain of TopLink. Sir, if you can please come in. Khwaja, it was a very good game. You batted well, you bowled really well in the first innings, and at just one stage it looked like the numbers will easily go past 200, but you restricted them to 176. At what moment did it not go in your favor?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमने स्टार्ट अच्छा किया था और उम्मीद थी कि हम जो है वो जो एक टोटल हमने जहन में रखा था कि 170 टू 180 हम रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर लेंगे बट एक्सेप्शनल बॉलिंग जो थी वो जो डेड ओवर के अंदर फास्ट बॉलर ने कराई वो दैट वाज एक्सेप्शनल और वही चेंजिंग मोमेंट था.
I think it was your first appearance in this Challengers Corporate Cup and you straight away qualified for the final. So how good the performance was from the boys?
जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन हमारा फर्स्ट टूर्नामेंट था and it was great tournament.
All the best. Will we see you once again in the next edition?
Yes, inshallah.
All the best. You will collect your runners-up trophy from Mr. Bilal and Mohammad Laik. And now the winning captain of team numbers, the champions of this 84 Challengers Corporate Cup, Mr. Amir Abbas. Amir bhai, a very good match overall for you. I mean, your bowling was special. We couldn't see you bat. Uh, how did you think when you dropped that catch of your own bowling?
Okay, Jay, first of all, I would like to congratulate TopLink. They have played exceptionally well throughout the tournament. Uh, and after that, I would like to congratulate my team, my unit. They have played exceptionally well as well. Throughout the tournament, we are winning all the games. And we have played as a unit. None of our batsmen is like in the top run getter or the top wicket taker. But the exceptional performance from Taren, who took 18 wickets in the tournament, 170 something runs from Shiraz, and led by Faizan so very well throughout the tournament. So it is more of a unit now.
You're a very good captain. You did all the homework before the start of this game. How did you see the performance in this all-important final? I mean, it was very difficult to bat in the first innings. It was very hot. Your batters did a really good job. Did you think that you have enough runs on the board to defend?
Well, whatever runs you have, whenever you have whatever total with you, you just need to defend it. And again, the credit goes to the unit. Whatever runs we were having on the board, they defended. Even in the middle, when we saw and we were having a feel that we have lost the match, the match is going from our hands. Credit to Hussein Bhai, who bowled exceptionally well. But again, credit to whole unit who kept themselves within themselves and played till the last ball, and we won it. Alhamdulillah.
Amir bhai, we saw that it was a collective effort from your team. Now you can get your trophy from Mr. Bilal and Mr. Laik, the champions of this 84 Challengers Corporate Cup, team numbers. And the whole squad can also join us for the photograph.
DJ Bravo, champion, 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 champion. Bounty a champion, Marshall is a champion, Bundy is a champion. Champion, we are champion. Champion, we are champion.